Alright, welcome back. We're continuing Project Eden's Garden today. We're gonna finish it today. Hopefully. Let's go to downloads. Let's make sure my desktop audio and my microphone is on before we start, okay? Let's open my Twitch page on my phone. Okay. Can I continue? This song kind of goes crazy though. When I arrived, I saw that the tree is already there. A big tree, Eden's Garden Academy. Overused religious symbolism is right. It's tight. I really hope we get out of this. Can you confirm, liar chick? Why are you asking her? Come off the grass, she's clearly faking her talent. And that makes her one of the bad guys? Who else would want to fake their identity besides someone with a secret to hide? I bet she's the one who brought the gas bomb onto the train. And she didn't think to bring a mask to avoid passing out or whatever? If all you needed was a mask to protect you... Hey, don't look at me, I literally passed out. This helmet's got plenty of holes in it. No, the liar chick's totally... Of course it's fucking Dream that says it. She somehow knew that the dead body was a dummy, then she poked it in the face? That's not normal. I told you, it was my intuition. Intuition my ass! My arse! It's not unbelievable. My gut told me that we should inspect the doll. Now look at us, we're on a mission to solve her murder. Where's this elevator supposed to be again? Maybe we're missing something, or maybe we're being played for fools. New objective, find the elevator. It can't be that hard, can it? Come on, investigate. You're making me do it. Alright, what do you have to say for yourself, Dream?
Man.
And I thought I was finally gonna have a normal school experience. No one's gonna believe this. Well, they might believe you guys, but the whole world's just gonna laugh at me. That liar chick is definitely hiding something. No matter how much you morons deny it, it's the truth. Sorry, I kind of lost her accent overnight. I need to hear her again to... The more I look at it, the more confused I get. It's right here. The door is right here. Whatever this class trial entails, if jumping down each other's throat will get us nowhere. The door is right here. At the base of the tree was a marble bust. There were cracks all over the mask, and one of the eyes are missing. You noticed the statue too, didn't ya? What's up with the statue? There's definitely something whack about it. The mask is broken. There's a piece missing. The statue's probably like super old. That definitely seems intentional. Even so, it's not related to the elevator. Well, maybe if we find the piece and place it back on the statue, something will happen.
Sounds easy.
You saying we... Raggy! Fucking Scooby-Doo!
Whatever.
This isn't a everyone started to search the tree. Others scoured around it. Grace stood up frightfully. Oi! Everyone, I found it!
Nice.
Nice, must be it. What do? We just stick it back on the mask? Back off, Hercules! You ain't the one who found it! Grace brought the piece over the statue and slotted it right of the mask, and then nothing happened. Oh, that was anticlimactic. Click! Suddenly the ground we're on. Oh, golly! Are we about to die? What? He's getting a Scooby-Doo voice.
Whoa.
Yo, I was right. That actually worked. A fucking secret passageway in a tree. I never thought I'd see that. The Tree of Knowledge, a symbol of oh right, he's British. A symbol of sentience, intuition, and understanding. Exists here only as a barren replica. The Tree of Knowledge emulates the wonder of nature, but does not achieve it. And justly so, for ignorance does often aspires to be wisdom. Oh, now he's spitting random philosophy. We're so fucked. Will this take us to the elevator? There's stairs at the foot of the opening. Why the sudden rush? I want to get home, duh. If we get this over with, it'll be over quicker. So we just walk in, do we? Haha, we'll just get to go home and descend into the darkness. This is an elevator. I see, the elevator is underneath the tree. Reckless investments, I'm telling you. Some random people from what? Some twisted man's game? A fake crime scene, an investigation, a creepy statue, an elevator and a tree. None of this was the work of your average kidnapper. This was something much bigger. And no way it was connected to Edith Gardening Academy. The elevator began to slow. I stood up tall and the doors opened. In front of us was a large circular hall. In the center of the room, 16 podiums. Were those for us? Welcome everyone. I hope you enjoyed the elevator ride, even if it was a bit quick. As you can see, this is the trial room. Each podium has a name on it. Valid and few. Designated podium and stand there to and if we don't comply, then I'll zap you, of course. Not this zapping shit again. Just face it, Miss Madison. We have to go along with her demands. It looks like there's a few smart ones in the pack, eh? Well, come along now. We don't have all day. Scanning the faces around me, everyone wore discomfort, anger, worry. We've been kidnapped and forced to play as pawns in some game. No free will, no choice in our actions. All we could do is move forward. We had hope for an escape, a way to run from this twisted place. We had to solve this murder case. Alright, only 5 truth bullets. The victim is Kara Kokishin, a blood-soaked knife, a fully loaded assault rifle speckled with blood, a bucket with bleach, and dried blood underneath the victim's nails. That's gonna be important.
Let's begin with a brief explanation of the class trial. The objective here is simple. Explain how the murder took place. Using evidence you've gathered during the investigation, you will argue what you believe happened. Should you all agree on the right answer, you will be free to leave this place. Should you all agree on the wrong answer, well, you'll find out.
So we're gonna come to the wrong answer.
Have fun, everybody.
Somebody, get me out of here.
is something we must discuss, I know a good place to start.
Get me out of here, 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 get me out of here! Ah! Somebody get me out of here!
What happened to her?
Oh, shit! They fried her brain!
Calm down. It's only a shock. She won't suffer any permanent side effect. If I wanted to see the brain dead vicar, I'd just turn on the telly. On that note, please, carry on.
Holy shit, the people running this thing aren't playing around.
Right. The way I see it, the objective of this trap.
By the way, can I get like a seat with this thing? I'm just gonna be an onlooker. It's only fair.
You're seriously not going to contribute?
What am I even supposed to do?
Put your detective hat on, buddy. We're here to solve a mystery.
Yeah, who murdered that dummy chick, right?
Not who murdered her, how they murdered her.
Yeah, this is a unique trial because we're learning how, not who.
But not explain it?
It listed her wounds, yes, but it didn't explain how they were inflicted.
Probably because it's so obvious.
But, Miss Amber, you didn't even read the tablet.
And I don't have to.
Would you look at that? A debate's already underway.
These guys are clearly confused. I need to start them. Oh gosh, do you hear that? That's the start of a non-stop debate. Yeah, I know how Danganronpa works. F3 to revisit these controls. That's all for now. Don't jump to too many conclusions. The
mystery was never about who killed Kara.
Kara? Fire bullet, WASD to change bullet, focus, shift to speed up, Q to cycle.
But how she died.
Yeah?
True.
Objection! It's
Oh my god.
what the murder weapon was.
I didn't get a good look at the
Oh,
crime
whoops.
scene, but the body was pretty bloody.
Yeah?
What could have spilled that blood? Besides that big, scary gun!
Oh, that's right. There was a gun.
You hear that, lawyer man? She agrees.
Is there a button to speed it up? The loudest voices in the room. An uninformed argument is never difficult to shoot down.
Who killed Kara?
Shift to speed up.
Obvious what the murder. I didn't get a good look at the body. Built that. Besides that big, scary gun.
No V-spot?
What does that even have to do?
She's right. How could I mess this
The
up?
mystery was never about who killed Kara. How she.
True. Objection! It's the murder.
I
Didn't get a good look at the body. That big, gun. What does that even have?
What?
The mystery was never about who killed Kara, but how she died.
Is that true?
It's obvious what the murder. Let me finish talking.
What?
The mystery was never about who killed Kara, but how she died.
True.
It's obvious what the murder.
Oh. Fuck. I can still turn this debate around.
The mystery was never about who killed Kara, but how she.
Objection! It's obvious what the murder was. Let me finish talking.
Is it? It's not a gun. It's an assault rifle.
I didn't get a good look at the body. Besides that big, scary gun.
Okay. No, that's wrong.
Cassidy, can you stop butting in? You barely investigated the crime scene to begin with.
Whoa, what? I searched that place from top to bottom.
All right, then tell me, how was a fully loaded assault rifle used as the murder weapon?
That's easy. It wasn't.
Obviously, the shooter reloaded their gun to full capacity. Any smart shooter could tell you that. Right, Desmond?
Why are you bringing me into this?
Except, the victim suffered multiple stab wounds to the torso. If a gun was fired, not only should the body have had bullet wounds, but there would be shell casings from the fired bullets. We saw neither at the crime
I was saying, I was trying to disagree using the knife because, like, it wasn't the gun, it was the knife. No, that's wrong. The gun was, but I guess that makes sense.
If the gun didn't do that, chicken.
The actual murder weapon, that's obvious.
I got it.
The bloody knife. It's just so blatantly obvious. It was literally right next to the victim's body.
Lasercam's razor gotta ruin everything.
Interesting. Both the knife and the rifle were present at the crime scene, but only the knife
This
was
is the Danganronpa classic of messing up, of saying, of knowing what happened, but putting the wrong bullet to the wrong thing.
Kind of weird choosing the inferior weapon.
Nothing beats the sting of a sharpened blade.
If the killer didn't use the rifle, why was it at the crime scene?
Maybe it came from inside the closet.
Don't see why you'd be storing a gun in a janitor's closet.
Man, I don't know. What if it's not even related to the murder?
Of course it's related. It's covered in blood.
Oh no.
What if it was the victims? This debate is getting out of control fast. I need to say something. Yo,
To reiterate,
this kind of goes
both
crazy.
The rifle and the knife were next to the victim's body.
Yet
Yes.
I opted for the knife. Odd choice.
I bet that gun didn't even work. These days, it's all about aesthetics over effectiveness.
That's like your opinion, lady.
If the gun was broken, then the killer would have no reason to bring it with them. And yet, they did.
Watch it be for the aesthetic.
It's easy to assume that the killer was the one holding the gun, but considering the victims of the victim's
To
death,
reiterate,
That's like
I think it's this one.
Be for the aesthetic.
to reiterate,
These days, about aesthetics over
that's like your
The gun was broken. Are you out of it?
to reiterate, both the rifle and the knife were next to the victim's body.
Opted for the knife. Odd choice.
these days, about aesthetics.
That's like
If the gun was broken, then the killer. Are you out?
To reiterate, both the rifle and the knife
The gun was broken.
Be for the aesthetic.
to reiterate,
Your attention, please. Fuck, okay.
For the aesthetic.
Yeah, I think so too, but I don't know what bullet.
It's all about
If the gun was broken,
no, that's wrong.
Okay, I just didn't know which bullet. I thought it was the hands because the hands were bloody.
Right there. If we keep assuming the killer had the gun, we'll end up running in circles.
what? You think the killer was unarmed?
No, they were definitely armed. With a knife. The reason they didn't use a gun is probably because they never had it to begin with.
But then, who did?
Easy.
The victim.
The dummy had the gun? If it wasn't the killer, it has to be her. She must have brought it to the closet.
But why?
She was probably carrying it before the murder, but dropped it when the killer attacked her.
Oh, I guess that makes some sense.
Complete sense.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. Aren't you overlooking something?
Huh?
The victim was stabbed from the front, meaning she could have seen the killer coming, correct?
Yes.
If so, why didn't she shoot them?
A stealth attack. I bet the killer memorized her AI movements.
Her
girl must have been killed before she had the chance to defend herself.
But she was attacked by
Not
the
technically
front.
true. There's evidence of a struggle between the victim and the killer.
There is? Specifically, evidence that showed the victim attempted to fight back. This?
This is it. We found dry blood under the victim's fingernails, which implies she was clawing at her attacker. Of course, no explanation is definitive without photo proof of the killer, but I'm confident this is what happened.
Why would you resort to scratching when you're carrying a gun?
Did something get in the way of her using it?
Wonder if that killer stole it.
She should have seen or heard him coming from the hallway at the very least.
Why do you think she was in the hallway?
That's where the fight happened.
I think you're getting ahead of yourself. How can we be sure the fight happened there?
Maybe the fight started in the hallway, and after it ended, her body was dragged into the closet.
If that happened,
Okay.
shouldn't there have been streaks of blood on the floor or in the hallway?
Drag marks? Can't say I saw any.
It was merely a jest. No need to take it so seriously.
Instead of dragging the victim, what if the killer carried her? I don't know why they would want to do that, but it would explain the lack of drag marks.
But then, wouldn't the killer have been covered in
Blood. Aye. It should have gotten everywhere. Those wounds were brutal.
Yeah.
A few inches deep, I reckon. Carrying her would have done nothing to stop the blood flow.
Good point.
She was obviously killed in the closet. That's where the blood was.
Yes, you're right. I'm so sorry for derailing the conversation.
Moving on. That fight. The victim had the gun, but she was overpowered.
If she wanted to, she could have just, you know.
It doesn't make much sense, does it?
There must be something we're missing. Something that explains, and I know I'm the only one. I'll talk about agree points. Yeah, I know. Big warning striking that. Those are agree points. As the name suggests, if an agree point aligns with the evidence you gather, you can use your choose bullets to prove it correct. The music goes crazy. I love it. This song goes crazy.
And knocked the gun out of her hand.
By the sounds of it, those two did have a crazy tussle.
Okay.
She still carried a gun. So why didn't she shoot?
I bet that girl didn't even see them coming.
No, they absolutely saw them coming.
I know I wouldn't hurt a friend.
She tried clawing their eyes out.
What? Why did the victim not shoot her attacker? Everyone's got a theory, but what's the actual answer?
Fast one and knocked the gun out of her hand.
By the sounds of it, those two did have a crazy tussle.
But she still carried a gun. So why didn't she shoot?
I bet that girl didn't even see them coming.
Maybe she thought the killer was her friend?
I'm not sure.
That's right. The killer lunged at her and pushed the gun out of her hand.
This sounds risky.
That's an even better point.
Slimy killer pulled a gun out of her hand.
By the sounds of it, those two did have a crazy tussle.
But she still carried a gun. So why didn't she shoot?
I bet that girl didn't even see them coming.
How do I check my truth bullets? F1. The rest of her hands were clean.
Maybe she thought the killer was her friend? I know I wouldn't hurt a friend.
Maybe it is actually the friend.
Still?
And
I bet that girl.
damn it, I missed my chance. Game over. The time limits are a lot stricter. than in Danganronpa.
That slimy killer pulled a fast one.
By the
Still?
I bet.
I wouldn't hurt.
That slimy.
Got the killer. I know.
Fuck.
That slimy.
Didn't even see me.
Maybe she
Thought the
killer was.
killer.
I know. I would.
Hold on.
Friend.
She tried flying their eyes out.
Bob. Okay, there you go.
That slimy killer pulled a fast one and.
Didn't even see them coming.
Maybe she thought the killer was.
Your friend?
The victim mistook the killer for a friend.
Why would she bring? There's no evidence she must.
Damn it! Now that she pointed out, it's obvious.
Killer pulled a fast one and
So
knocked
it's
the gun out of
C.
her hand.
By the sounds of it, those two did have a crazy tussle.
But she still can't. Why did she?
I bet that girl didn't even.
How did I miss that?
Out.
That's
She still. So why did she shoot?
I bet that girl didn't even.
I missed again.
Out.
It's such a small fucking target.
that's
She still. Oh, why?
Didn't.
that slimy.
Maybe setting it to mean was the wrong choice.
Why did?
I bet that girl didn't even. Appreciate the.
That slimy killer pulled
Okay,
a
I
fast
think it's
one
that
and
one.
knocked the gun out of her hand.
By the sound.
She's.
I bet that girl didn't even see.
I got it.
Oh.
John actually has a point. The victim probably couldn't see what was going on. According to the tablet, she suffered
Oh, right!
face and eyes. That sort of injury would have effectively blinded her. Also, inside the gym,
So that was before she was
there was a
sad?
large empty bottle of bleach.
Blinded with bleach?
But who sprayed her with the bleach?
All that pain. Yet she sure put up a struggle. Without a gun, I guess the next best thing was her hand.
So the killer was definitely the one who blinded her.
Indeed. Knowing she had a gun, he blinded her to make her less dangerous. Then, when he pinned her against the door and stabbed her, she tried to retaliate.
Until eventually.
This is really well made. It feels like an official Danganronpa game. I love it. Like, it's great. It just feels like an official Danganronpa game. And I love it. It's great.
They have toned down the violence.
The past is in the past, and we can't change that.
I mean, by the sounds of it, we've already figured it out.
No. Not yet.
Serious?
But we've already discussed so much.
We know she was armed. We know she was blinded. We figured out how she died. How?
Please understand, I'm proud of everyone's hard work so far. Because of you, we're one step closer to bringing the victim justice.
This was never about the dummy.
However, we should think of this case like an equation. Knowing how it works is only half the story.
Yeah.
As in the motive?
Mm-hmm. You're on the right track.
You speak like we have any information on the killer.
The man's a stalking.
What are we supposed to ascertain from that?
Not every answer will be written down for you.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold the phone!
Grace?
Whoa, what? Since when was Grace back to normal?
Right now, soybean. Watching you guys try to solve this mystery has been like watching a dumpster catch on fire. I guess all that smoke must have clouded your vision. Cause there's a big-ass elephant in this room.
An elephant in the room?
That's giving us too much credit.
So the killer incapacitated that girl.
But how did she get...
Makes total sense. Problem is, you've yet to explain how he used the bleach.
I sort of assumed he spilled it on...
Right. He just tipped the bottle over her.
That bottle is where the bleach came from, sure. But I doubt the bottle itself was involved. When we found it, it was neatly ordered on a shelf near the gun and knife were just thrown on the floor. So it's weird this weapon was handled so differently.
Do you think the killer just poured the contents of that bottle into something else?
Sure. Before the actual murder took place,
And what is this something else? Go on. Explain it before this dumpster turns molten.
She's really stubborn. We should make sure the logic is completely sound. Let's put out this fire. Okay, so I've heard that there's only non-stop debates in this demo. I hope in future chapters they introduce like rebuttal showdowns.
The original bottle's been emptied. Where'd the bleach go?
Into another bottle?
What about a container? There were a bunch in the closet.
I bet the killer had a secret water gun.
What?
So when the victim came in, pow! He squirted her in the eyes.
No.
Hey, the ink vanishes when the battle's over.
Call the fire brigade.
Is that a Splatoon reference? To inflict the chemical...
Well, if the original bottle's been emptied, where'd the bleach go?
What about a container?
I got it.
Maybe I should have gotten like the low fidelity version.
She's correct. The killer put the chemicals in a bucket. Or, more specifically, the same bucket we found at the crime scene. After all, it reeked of bleach. If the killer didn't use it to transport bleach, what else did they use it for?
Damon is so sick of everyone. This is shit.
Yo, that makes sense.
A broken clock is right twice a day.
Okay, cool. So, how'd the killer use that bucket to spill bleach in the victim?
It would be a fairly heavy bucket, so it's unlikely he threw it on her.
She'd shoot him before he even had the chance. Use your brain, May.
Of course, my apologies.
Grace is carrying. How was the killer able to get a hefty bucket of chemicals into the... But also she's giving death flags. Since she's talking so much in this trial, and this is the trial where everyone gets to live, I think she's going to be the first victim. There must be some kind of clue missing.
To splash her, the girl should have sustained intense facial burn. However, aside from her eyes, her face...
Well, if you check the tablet, it said she had burns to the skin.
Burns to the scalp? Unless those chemicals came from above?
Above? Yes, that's right, above.
Somehow suspend the bucket in the air? Maybe there was a mechanism that made it tip over when...
Where's this bucket supposed to be again?
Above. Which...
Could it be in the room above and like there's cracks in the floor?
Was the killer hiding above the door?
There's no way they were up there. There's nothing for them to sit or hold on. Not to mention, they could have stabbed her from up there.
And if there's no place for the killer to sit, then there's no place...
Unless you take into account the size difference. The space above the entrance might not be able to support a person, but it could still support something as small as a bucket.
And that thing supporting the bucket?
The killer wanted two things, for the bucket to be above the victim and for it to spill on her. He needed the balance to bucket, but on what? The stepladder!
That stepladder is...
Oh, true. I'm stupid. The door?
I got it.
I don't know how we overlooked this, but I've got... The killer just balanced the bucket on the door.
Like in those water bucket pranks people film?
Exactly. When the victim came into the room.
You know what those are, Damon?
The bucket to fall on her. This would make it so she couldn't shoot back or even get a chance to see her assailant. When the bucket hit the ground, it probably rolled away. That'd explain why we found it a couple feet from the victim.
That is a possibility.
It sounds like the best conclusion.
There's just one problem. How was the killer able to reach
The
that
stepladder.
height? Unless they were abnormally tall, it'd be...
Well, let's use that as our next point of discussion. How?
I think the kid is the mastermind. I think that would be funny. Was there anything at the crime scene that they could use? Okay, they had spot selection as well. Okay, cool.
This is it. There was a stepladder hiding behind the closet door. After climbing it, they could position the bucket right on top of the door.
Figure.
My precious stepladder? You think the bad guy used my super duper obvious stepladder?
Match point. Occam's razor.
Yes, it appears our
What is Occam's razor?
subtlety. No matter how obvious it seems, it's the only answer that makes sense.
It was the only knick-knack of its kind, too. If there's
Knick-knack,
something that killer could
doodad, and
escaping me.
other thingies.
I see. It makes sense with what we've got so far, but I'm not done yet. I still have one last question for you apes.
I like Grace a lot. My favorite characters are Cassidy and Grace.
Just leave us alone. Oh, I'm so tired.
I want him to have his villain arc.
Grace may be loud, but her questions have really helped our discussion. Anyway, what was the killer doing when that bucket poured onto the girl's head?
He obviously didn't just stand there and observe.
I have to agree. They must have been hiding somewhere waiting for her to arrive. I like Damon a lot. In the janitor.
I got it. I've got it. The killer was
I like Damon a lot because he gives me like week 1 Neku vibes, you know? Like, I can tell that he's gonna have an arc of like trusting people more and growing to trust people. Like right now he hates everyone, but I think he's like gonna grow to trust them. And like he's giving me week 1 Neku vibes. He's literally just week 1 Neku.
If he was pressed up against the furthest shelf and facing the entrance, there'd be a diagonal path between him and his victim. I say diagonal.
He's like week 1 Neku, but more selfish. Like week 1 Neku, but with better self-esteem.
Also, when the victim entered the room,
If you know what I'm saying.
back to the hallway, right outside the killer's ring. That's why the stab wounds were only made to her chest.
Creating the crime scene we found! Great job, guys! We're actually doing this!
That was the last mystery, right?
Even if it's all fake, I feel really bad for this victim.
It's an ugly sight, but she's no victim. Huh? Well, technically she is, but let's be real. The girl was carrying a gun.
Was she?
Provoked the killer, and they killed her in self-defense. It's a clear-cut.
No, because the killer set up the. No, because the killer set up the thing. They didn't know they were gonna. They didn't know that. The killer set up the bucket. This was a premeditated murder.
There's no excuse.
What?
There's no justifying murder. Killing a woman is the worst thing a man could do.
You're emanating a sizable amount of emotional tension.
There's no excuse. There never was an excuse. 28 stab wounds! No girl, no person should ever suffer Kara's fate.
28 stab wounds. 28. Is he the antagonist?
Wait, who's Kara?
It was the victim's name! Didn't anyone read the tablet?
I agree with you, dude. But you don't have to shout out your...
Oi, what's all this about? We figured out the...
No. We're not finished here.
Huh?
There's no murder without a proper motive.
I am not going this far for a fictional murder case. We aren't looking for a murderer. We're looking for answers.
Is he the twisted... Is this gonna be like the cop from Danganronpa Another?
Do you turn in a half-finished exam, Winona? An essay without its conclusion? This isn't about efficiency. This is about being right. Or do you, a supposed entrepreneur?
What the hell? Let's just talk about the motive.
He's going crazy.
Well, what was the killer fighting for their life?
Maybe the gun freaked him out.
If I was in the
But they set up the bucket.
I'd definitely be nervous. Thing is,
But the killer set up the bucket.
Self-defense is possible.
Given the severity, I'd liken it to a crime of passion.
Something done on impulse.
What if they were frightened? A spooky thing might have set.
That's wrong. There's no way this was done in self-defense. No matter what excuse the killer uses, it doesn't change the fact they have blood on their hands.
Yo, bud. You seem a little pressed.
Silence! I won't allow this!
Yo, he's going crazy. I love him. Wow, things are getting emotional. Honestly, he's another one of my favorites. While you've only been using logical arguments, introducing the pathos mechanic. Their emotional charged commentary will appear as purple text. Those are called pathos statements. You can absorb them by pressing E. Oh, so this is how the absorption works. It's like the absorption from 1 and 2. But it's for emotions. But it's for emotions instead of logic. That's cool. That's actually dope as hell.
To kill Kara so easily and without
They
respect.
killed me. Put an H
no
there.
way to justify this.
Take a chill pill, man.
You expect me to stay calm? This was the sadistic killing of one of humanity's brightest.
We shouldn't make a lot of assumptions about the killer's morals. This could have been self-defense.
You don't even know the damn killer. Just the crime scene they left behind.
This killer, dead or alive, deserves to be brought to justice!
I agree.
But how can we do that? There's no reason to trust you. If you
Oh,
have
it's
no
E.
proof. Ultimate liar.
Was this murder justified, or was it really unforgivable? I mean, we don't know actually, but they set up the bucket.
You don't even know the damn killer. Just the crime scene they left behind.
This killer, dead or alive, deserves to be brought to justice!
But how can we do it? There's no reason to trust you. If you have no liar.
To kill Kara, there is no way to justify this.
Take a pill.
You expect me to say this was the sadistic humanity's brightest?
I don't see how that.
To kill Kara so
Take a
Make a lot about the. This could have been self-defense.
The crime scene they left behind.
But how? You have liar.
to kill Kara and without respect.
Take it.
You expect me to... This was the sadistic...
I agree!
Humanity's brightest! To kill...
There was 28 stab wounds!
This could defense.
Crimes. This killer, dead or alive, deserves to be brought to justice!
But how can we do that? There's no reason to trust you. If you have no...
To kill...
The crime scene they left behind.
Liar.
To kill Kara...
The killer.
Killer, dead or alive...
Oh, whoops.
There's no reason...
Damn it, I missed my chance. Game over. I can still turn this debate around.
To kill.
There is no way to take it. You expect me to stick with the killer and we shouldn't make a lot about the killers. This could have been something.
Don't even know the damn killer. Just the crime scene. What's wrong?
To kill.
There is no way to just take it. You expect me to stick with the killer and we shouldn't
Make a lot of assumptions about the killer's morals. This could have been self-defense.
You don't even know that just because they made this killer.
Head or earth.
But how can we do that? There's no reason to trust you.
We can trust them as lawyers because of the lawyer's intuition.
To kill Carl.
I didn't see that was a argument.
Deserves to be brought to justice.
But how can we do that? There's no reason.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. I honestly think
shouldn't be overlooked here. If there's anyone to believe, it's the lawyer.
I honestly agree with him in this specific case. The killer had to premeditate it by setting up the bucket, and there was no reason to stab him 28 times. 28 stab wounds!
Say what?
Wolfgang has spent his life in the courtroom and
I have evidence!
he understands the criminal mind in ways we can't possibly imagine. He was even emotionally invested in a murder case he'd never seen before. If his lawyer's intuition tells us that the killer was in the wrong, then we have no reason to disagree. We're all ultimates for a reason.
Well spoken. If Wolfgang is adamant about the kill.
Yeah! Wolfgang's clearly trying his best for us. Let's trust in the lawyer and his bargain bin buddy!
Hey! If it's
What?
going home, then new guy's convinced.
Right on! Team Wolfgang all the way!
Ah, thank you all.
Well, Eva, do you still disagree?
Even if I did, it's not. Does this mean we're done here? Hey! We're disembodied voice!
I think that. Wait, what if that's wrong and it was self-defense and that's how the game gets started?
In all honesty.
What? We only went through this case because of you.
Silly me, I have a short attention span. So, just for my own, it'll be good practice.
Practice?
Fine. I'll present the truth.
We'll present the truth together.
Closing argument. You summarize the case from start to finish. Your medium will be a comic book. Since the classes are relatively some parts of the comic, but your peers have glossed over the details. You provided of stock panels. Use the WASD key. Hover your mouse over the relevant gas and press the left. Q and E are how you flip between pages. Gaps will reveal a hint. Now stand up straight and fix that tie. I think it were wrong. What if it was self-defense? But how? What was the victim carrying? Oh, we can only use this one. Oh, I get it, okay. You have to press space first. I don't get why you couldn't just hover over it. What if we're wrong and it was self-defense? And that's why we're gonna have to play again. Like, have to play the game. I think the UI design for this minigame could be better, but
victim was Kara Koshkinen, the ultimate teacher's aide. Right before her death, she was wandering around the academy carrying a large assault rifle. That was probably when our unnamed killer, who was armed with a knife, spotted her.
And decided he'd put her to eternal rest.
Wait! So they're all taking part in this. That actually gives me an idea for my Fangin.
Inside that little janitor's closet, where he began hatching a deadly scheme.
I should do this for my Fangin. Have everyone talk about it instead of just the protagonist. Oh hey, it's the song. But I should do this for my Fangin. That gives me an idea. Coming soon on Under Ranpa.
Aye, they needed a way to surprise the victim, who was better off. The killer grabbed a bottle of bleach from the closet and poured its contents into a bucket.
That's because they wanted to blind Kara by splashing the bleach in her eyes.
Sneaky little bastard.
Sneaky little bastard.
But to do that, they would need to set a trap and catch the victim by surprise. The killer moved a stepladder behind the closet door.
I don't know how I do it with what I've written, but I think I could do it. And I'm going to rewrite all the closing arguments to do that, because we're going to be getting to the closing argument in the first trial soon anyway, so, of my Fangin. So, I will actually do that. That makes sense.
The victim opened the door. The bucket would empty its contents all over her.
Empty its contents all over her? What? I'm sorry.
After completing this setup, the killer retreated to the far end of the janitor's closet and waited for the victim's arrival. The killer could have made noise to attract the victim's attention. Either way, the victim tried to open the door.
And, the bleach splashed all over her. Her scalp, face, and eyes were severely burned.
Youch!
The killer leapt from his hiding place. In his fit of rage and cruelty, he stabbed her from the front 28 times.
While being stabbed, the victim tried to fight back by clawing at the killer. This
28 stab wounds.
However, it didn't deter the killer, and the victim eventually died.
At present, we don't have enough information to reveal the killer's true identity, but their actions haven't been forgotten.
I think we're going to eventually come back to this case in the 6th case.
That is the truth behind this case. Well, are you...
A measly 3 acts. Poor Horace would be beside himself.
Who the hell is...
No one cares! We've done your end of the...
That is what I promised, isn't it? Alright, I'll let you leave this room. But before I do...
Oh, this room!
This entire time I've been hiding behind a speaker, afraid to show my face. My heart tells me you'll react cruelly to it. However, my head... Betrays. Who cares what others think? Shouldn't I get to have a little fun once in a while? Yes. Let's do away with these silly boundaries already.
Face to face.
Everybody, look over there.
The fucking fog. Sick design. That's not Monokuma, but sick design. I love it.
Toss away those pickaxes, peasants. The walls have finally crumbled. What will you do now that you've reached the other side? Will you treasure this new land? Or will you set it ablaze? Well, peasants, have you made your choice?
Yo, what the fuck is going on?
This person, his voice.
Are you the speaker guy?
Speaker guy? No. You don't address your superiors like that. Within the halls of this academy, you'll refer to me by one name, and one name only. His Highness, the great and powerful Tozu, host of the Killing Game.
Killing Game? Do, 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 do.
Well done.
Or you can call me Tozu for short. Hey, what do you mean Killing Game? Did you really think the story would end once you reach the climax of the case? Quite the contrary, this is only the beginning. Isn't it obvious you, my dear subordinates, are going to kill each other? That's not funny. But you said we could go home if we solved the mystery. I gave you peasants an incentive. It's not my fault if you took it the wrong way. What are you talking about? You lied to us. Lie? Oh no, I'm a fair man, and if I recall correctly, you will be free to leave this place. I specifically said you could leave this room, not go home.
Not okay!
You're full of shit, man. There you go, losing control of your voice. That's how you know you've lost the argument. Logic is a cowardly thing like that. It'll jump ship the moment it's confronted with a challenge. He didn't lie, did he? He said he never lies. So when he said this is Eden's garden, bullshit. What am I doing believing something like this? There's no other way around it. Hey, why didn't you tell us about your dumb game sooner? And watch you peasants run away. I can't host a game without any contestants. Run away how? We're stuck here. I just want to be with my family.
There's no need to worry.
I hope the game dwells on... My one hope for this game is I hope it dwells on the deaths of the students longer. Like how Your Turn to Die does. I hope it goes full Your Turn to Die. I hope we get, like, let's say fucking Dream dies first. I hope we get fucking hallucinations of him. We're all civilized. No one is going to kill simply because they've been ordered to. What's this? The peasant absolutely rebutted. A match between unprepared, unfit players? You could hardly call that a match. In the same way, this game you proposed, a killing game between students who don't have the heart to kill, do you seriously think we'll abandon our morals so quickly? We're like super boring people. My heart is terribly soft, softer than a piece of mochi. When I see a fly in my room, I cast the poor deer in a jar and return it to nature. My mochi heart would melt otherwise. I see. That's your argument, is it? So, what has you so convinced? What makes you think the people in this room lack the heart to kill? Do you even know anything about them besides their name and the ultimate talents? If you do, then tell me, regarding killing, where do they stand? Are they okay with murder if it's for the greater good? Are they okay with murder if they're guarantees? Is where they currently stand on the issue the same as where they're willing to stand? Go on, you got a couple hours to learn that and get to know everyone. That's plenty of times to learn their life stories. What a surprise. Nah, you wouldn't be all here dressed up in that fancy suit if you weren't so naive. Oh, and one more thing. That trial you just did, that was your preparation for the killing game.
Plot twist.
All you made us do is play a detective. And for good reason. Plot twist. What is this Amori-ass art? If one of you is killed, the remaining students will participate in a true class trial. Your objective here is simple. Uncover the culprit, if you can. Using the evidence you've gathered during the investigation, you will argue who you believe to committed the murder. The result will be decided by popular vote, and if you choose the right person, they alone will be executed and this killing game will continue. However, if you choose the wrong person, the guilty party will be set free and the rest of you will be executed instead. Those are the rules of the game. Everyone understand? All of us will be executed, that's not fair. Really, I think it's one of our most beautiful rules. Everyone has an incentive to participate in the game, innocent or otherwise. That's insane. You're treating us like pigs to slaughter. Nonsense. All of you have the chance to survive the game. Do you think the common butcher is so merciful? By the way, if no guilty party escapes, the killing game will end when there's only 2 students left. You may want to remember that, or maybe you don't care. It depends on the type of person you are.
No shot.
2 people. That's hardly better than if someone gets away with murder. I know, that's what makes it so funny. Most of you will die no matter what, and yes, with every passing trial, you all cling to life ever more desperately. And that exact mindset is what causes more murders to happen. Aren't these rules simply brilliant? A perfect test of the limits of human compassion. I can't wait to see all you in action. Ha 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 ha. Ack. Let's go, Grace!
You fucking mutt! I want nothing to do with this stupid game!
A million times? Also, man, you mangy fucking mutt!
Ow! Stop it!
Since you've made it clear you won't listen to
You
reason,
mangy fucking mutt?
just make sure you have no arms to kill with!
Do you even listen to when I talk? I'm not the one doing the killing. It's you lot who are...
She volleyed, and when it was, I saw it. From out of nowhere, a tiny red dot appeared on Grace's face. But before we could do anything, the sound of a gunshot echoed in our ears. Oh shit, is she dead? Grace released the man from her grip. Speechless, she moved the... Oh, she missed on purpose, which had been nicked by the stray bullet. Yo, she's kind of a baddie. We all looked at the shooter stood silently by the pillar. Her mask. It was a panther instead of a goat, but it was clear that she was working with him. You shot at her. This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them. What a shocking and unnecessary display of violence. I was talking about the golfer woman. Well, now that you've become acquainted with our enforcer, Mara... Oh, that's cool, an enforcer character? They're separate? If any of you kids try to jeopardize the killing game, such as attacking me, she'll be there to put an end to your shenanigans. Even though she misses her shots, that was just a warning. I assure you, it'd be unwise to further test her sharpshooting ability. Honestly, what if Mara is actually Kara, and Tozu is... What if Mara is Kara and Tozu is the killer? You asked if I knew anything about my friends besides their name and talents. Truthfully, I don't, but I'll continue to trust them because they're ultimates. They're charged... This is literally... These 5 notes, this is literally just a loop from Your Turn to Die.
Succumb.
We will not succumb, even if you trap us, fire guns at us, and force us to induce partial courtrooms procedures. He's right.
Don't test me.
No matter how weird these guys are, they're talented. Do you really think an ultimate would fall for this bullshit? That's right. Me and my friends have too much to live for, and too much to achieve. We won't throw that all away for a killing game. We're all gonna escape. We have to. They put their faith in Wolfgang, and for some reason it made me sick. Never underestimate the strength of human connection. I'm quite familiar with this idea. What kind of captain would I be if I can't even handle a small group of 15? What is this horrible feeling of content? Why do I feel this way when everyone seems to be so hopeful? You've got it all wrong. The students turn towards Eva. Eh? Do you actually believe no one here would try to kill? You're really naive. I don't know how you made it as a lawyer. Well, instead of resorting to random ad hominem attacks, why don't you explain your reasonings? It's obvious. Compared to normal people, ultimates are more prone to killing, not less. Living with constant praise from the public as ruins their sense of self. If you need examples, look around the room. Excuse me? In the outside world, ultimates will do anything to further their own goals. Their name is probably true here. Once you realize your dream can only be achieved if you escape, then you resort to murder. If you continue to convince all these people to trust each other, they'll only be more vulnerable. Unless that was your plan all along, is it possible you want to make everyone vulnerable so that it will be easier for you to kill them?
Enough.
Suddenly, Ingrid stepped in front of Wolfgang. Wolfie's done nothing wrong. He's given us all a vote of confidence. Yeah, it's something we all needed, so stop trying to turn us against each other, please. Ava's right.
No,
Huh? Damon, not you too. Look, I get it. You want to make the situation less scary, but Ava made a good point. All of us have clear motivation to leave this place, even at the cost of other people's lives. Whether it's to see our families again, or for the sake of our talents.
That's not it.
Diana, you yourself admitted you have too much to achieve. Don't you see how that's playing as a masked man's hand? This whole we're all ultimates thing is pretty inane anyway. After meeting with you, it's clear none of us have the same goals. What are you insinuating? Don't we carry the same obligation to improve the world we're in?
That's wrong.
Look, the title barely means shit nowadays, right? Most ultimates are just dullards obsessing over some pointless hobby. The talents don't contribute everything of worth. The only thing they're capable of is leeching off public attention for their own goals. Ouch.
You've got to be kidding me.
Running a business that feeds millions is pointless? Some of you are an exception, obviously, but come on, there's no way the rest of you can improve the world we live in with your niche fixations. I don't know, the pro gamer is funny.
That was very...
Yick! The song's called Yick! Don't you mean the rest of us? You're an ultimate too. What the hell makes you so special? What the hell makes you so special? Well, I can actually achieve many things with my talent. I can argue policy, consider ethics and morality. Better yet, I was the one who got you guys to that trial. Is that really what happened? I remember all of us helping out. I see what's going on. You think you're better than us because you can say words no one understands. Well, that kind of stuff is relative. Like, tell me what a dragster is. Watch your step lest you trip and fall from the unparalleled heights of your vanity. I'm disappointed in you. How are you so concerned about making yourself look good when they're in the middle of a death game? It was no use. They turned against me, hurling obscenities, scowling, or simply shaking their heads. Do I sense anger, hatred, an unquenchable sense of bloodthirst? We'll save that for later. I'm the only person who can spill blood in the courtroom. The elevator will take you back to the Killing Game arena. We've cleaned the crime scene and prepared a dorm room for each of you. Thank you. Now can you get lost? Okay.
Hey.
Still, we're not gonna kill everyone, right guys? No matter what happens, we're all gonna make it out of here, okay? I feel like he's like the antithesis of every single Danganronpa protagonist. Even in Fangans, like they're like even my Fangan, mine, like the protagonist is like, oh, we'll all get out of here, we'll all be safe. But Damon actually realizes the reality of the situation. People are gonna fucking drop like flies. It's a Danganronpa game. I'm trapped in a killing game with 15 people who despise me. I just wanted to help. I wanted to make sure we didn't trust each other too easily, and now I'm being treated like the bad guy. Will these people act like these as they preach? Will they really refuse to kill? I can't trust anyone. For better or worse, it's me versus them. Seikyu, the beginning of the end. An unrelenting despair. The beginning of the killing game. Oh, it does the V3 thing. This kind of goes crazy. Mike Mayhem, that's his... The song kind of goes crazy. Hold on. This remix goes hard. This clearly has far more production value than my Fangan. Like, my Fangan, I make quickly. Like, I'm just trying to tell the story most. This has, like, production value. It's fucking cool. It's fucking sick as hell. To be continued. Yeah, this has like full voice actors. Who's fucking Grace's voice actor? Do I recognize any of these people? No, I don't. Wait, Everything Fantasy did work on this? Hold on, that's the person that did the fucking... Hold on. That's literally the person from... that makes all those Danganronpa remakes. That's sick. Alright, thank you for watching. How long have I been streaming for? Hold on. We've only been streaming for an hour and 11 minutes. Oh, I forgot to tweet out the stream. Project Eden's Garden tier list. Okay. I have the game open. I have it open. Let's turn on desktop capture. Or window capture 5 here. This one. Okay, it's tier list time. Okay, let's put on some good music. Project Eden's Garden OST. What is the non-stop debate theme? Opening song. Here, Everything Fantasy. I want to listen to, like, I want to get, like, the non-stop debate song. What is the name of that song? Here it is. This one. This one goes crazy. So, alright, so I don't really have any predictions for this one, to be honest. I think Grace is gonna die early. I think Mark is very sus. I really hope he dies. I think you're gonna end up being the antagonist. Like, you're gonna be the what do you call it? The Nagito of the game. Okay, but anyway, I'm not here for that. I'm here to tier list. S tier, these two. Easy. A tier. I'm gonna put Wolfgang here. I like him. He's turning out to be a really cool antagonist. I like Deanna as well. She's like sweet and nice. I'm going to put you here as well. You're interesting. I find it funny that there's a random kid. I'm going to put the blacksmith up here too, because her accent is funny. And then I'm also going to put Damon here. And I know this is a hot take and lots of people don't like him, but I do. I think he's neat. I think he's a fresh, unique take on a Danganronpa protagonist, and I can see where his character growth is going. He's like, again, he's like week 1 Neku. Then B tier. I'm gonna put you at the top of B tier because, right, I can. Like, her talent is fucking interesting. Ultimate Liar, that's cool as hell, but she really hasn't done any lying. She hasn't used her talent at fucking all. So, right now, she isn't that cool. Then, I'm gonna put you. You're funny. I like him. I'm also gonna put Winona in B tier. I'm also gonna put these two in B tier. I don't know, I like them a lot. Then C tier? C tier characters are kind of just characters that are just there to fill out the roster. And that is these four. Mark, I really love his design and his talent, but right now he's just not interesting at all. Like, he's just not interesting at all. He's kind of just there. Then I'm gonna put these two here. She's kind of annoying and I don't like her, like, shyness. I think it's weird. She's like the, please cuddle me. I don't like that. I don't like that character trope. The extremely shy character trope. Like, sometimes it's good, but only when it's done well, and it didn't really hit for me, for her. Then, I'm gonna put you here, because you're kind of just there. Same with you. You're just kind of there. And then D tier, D Ream. Download image. Let's log into Twitter. Logging into twitter.com. And oh, I had Dream in the video because I'm putting him in the video to, like, when I say, oh, it's Dream. And it's their problem now, as Coney says. Oh, did it not post? Oh, yeah, it did. Okay. So those are my thoughts on Project Eden's Garden. Thank you for watching the stream. That's gonna be it for today, I think. Yeah, it was a bit of a shorter stream. Tomorrow I'll make it up to y'all. I might stream longer, I don't know. I'm not quite sure what I'll do tomorrow. It'll probably, I think I'm gonna do, what is it called? Neon White. I think I'm gonna play some Neon White tomorrow, and I don't know when, but it'll be sometime. Thank you for watching. We're gonna go raid Riley. She's streaming some Outer Wire. We're raiding Riley. Thank you for watching.